version, right? So kernels are the OS level binaries. Binaries means executable files. Kernels are the OS level executable files. It is the interface between operating system and your SAP system. It's the interface between operating system and your SAP systems here. SAP kernel. So SAP kernel it's a interface. It's a interface here. So here kernels are placed into the total 3 locations actually. Okay, 3 locations, including local, global, including total 3 locations here. So one location, the kernel paths we have like one is the USR, SAP, SID, SYS, EXE is the one path. This is we will call it as the global path here. So there is a one more path is called the right slash USR, SAP, SID, D instance number, EXE. This is the local. Local means so specific to the that instance only. Okay, USR, SAP, SID, and ASCS instance number and EXE. That is called the. This is also the local file systems only here. This is also local file system only. 3 locations we have kernel paths are there here. So how to check the current kernel version, right? How to check the before we upgrading, we should know about the kernel version, right? So then here, so we can use the SM51, then release note information, we will get it out at OS level. So dis plus work command will give you the with SAD ADM, what is the kernel release and patch level. So patch level, so kernel release and patch level information, we can see it here, right? If you log into the our SAP systems, so if you see here, if you go to SM51, here you can see the kernel release note here. Here you can see the what is the current kernel and the release note, all the information you will get from SAP, right? All the information you will get, right? All the information you will get from the SAP here, right? Otherwise, OS level display. This is the kernel release and this is the patch level. Every kernel release version is different and patch level is different here. The release version is depend on the your SAP basis version. So in our system, we have the components, right? How to check the our system component information and everything. How to check? How to check the our system component information, how many components are there, what is the type of your system currently you logged in, how many patches are there, how to check. If you go to the system status, here we will get the what is the version of your components, patch levels, what is the installed product version, it's a NetWeaver 7.5. So what is the patch levels you have in our system, it will give you the information, will give you the all the information of the your system here, right? So this is the kernel patch level information of the our system here, right? So this is the kernel information we are checking here, right? So now how to update? Why? Because during the installation time or long back, we updated the kernels. Why? Because kernel plays the majority of the role. How the heart is very important for SAP system. Kernels are very important, right? So why? Because if the kernels are having some bugs or old version, your SAP system keep on crashing, slowness, performance issues, some functionalities will not be updated here. So we have to update our kernels here, right, to the latest version, right? So either release upgrade or patch upgrade, we have the same procedure, we have to follow it here, right? So then what are the steps we need to follow? Steps to perform the kernel upgrade here, right? The step 1. So what we have to do? So check the current kernel version, right? Current kernel version. Then step number 2. So always go with the read the release information note, release information, release note, release information note of target kernel. target kernel, which kernel level you are updating, right? Target kernel, there is a release note. You have to read that release note. Yeah, target kernel release note. We have to read it. Then download the download the kernels. Download the kernels from the service marketplace. What are the kernel files here? SAP exe and SAP exe db. These are the two files we have to download it here. One is the SAP related, second one is the database related. One is the DB independent, second one is the DB dependent. This is the DB dependent file we have to download it. Then step number 4, move the move the kernel files to application server level. Application server level, we have to move it. Then step number 5, what we have to do, we have to move it, then move the files to the application server level, right? Then extract the, before only just to extract the kernel files. Once done it, step number 6, what we have to do, take the backup of existing kernel files. Then so step number 7, stop the SAP applications, right? So why? Because while doing the kernel upgrade, SAP system should be stopped. So this downtime we have to align with the customer or client business team. We have to elevate, we have to take down the systems. It is the very important. As a process wise, this is the very important. Stop the SAP applications. Then step number 8. So replace the new kernel onto existing exe directories. So kernel directories here, existing kernel directories, we have to replace it here, which means as per the step number 5, you have the new kernel files. So then these kernel files we have to existing kernel directories. So these are the directories, just only replace it on the global exe, right? Automatically when you replace it on the global exe directory. So step number 9, what will happen? So then once you replace it on the global exe directory, so that's fine. Then so then check the version using the OS level just to execute the displace work before starting. Then step number 10, start the SAP system. Then step number 11, so perform the health. So before starting, for the Linux systems, we have the one step is called the SAP root.sh script. Okay, we have to execute this script for the Linux. This will bind the all the ICM BND. This will bind the all the files, all the kernel files with the correct permissions, owner and a group. So this will do here. We have to execute for Linux systems here. Windows is not required. Linux we have to do that one, right? Then start the SAP systems. Step number 12. So perform the is very simple actually. Perform the health checks here. Perform the health checks. So these are the steps we have to perform for any kernel upgrade. So these are the steps we can perform it here, right? So check the current version. We checked it out. Then download the latest version of the kernel files here, right? Download the latest version of the kernel files. So currently 753 1200 is there. I think 1300 is the latest one here, right? 1300 is the latest one. Let's go to here. Let's go to C drive. So software 753 is there. It's empty folder. Okay, these are not the. Then we can download the latest versions using the service marketplace. This is the one of the common question during the interview point of time. So everybody will ask this question, right? In the interview point of time, this is the common question. Have we performed any kernel upgrade? Yes or no? Yes. So what are the steps you followed? What are the steps you followed for the kernel upgrade here? So they will ask you these questions here. What are the steps you followed? Then, so we have to process wise, we have to tell why, because it's required the downtime. It's required the downtime of the our SAP system here. It's required the downtime of the our SAP system. So we have to we have to check this part here. We have to inform. So downtime is required for the SAP system, not the databases. Only SAP downtime is required. So in this case, we have to stop the SAP applications. So you need to get the approval from your client or business or management saying that when you have to take the downtime, right? Why? Because this all activities, downloading the patches, all these things are uptime activities only. Uptime means you no need to touch the SAP system. It's all are pre-work, preparation activities you are taking here. It's uptime. Service marketplace. So see slowness. Okay, so go to the support packs and patches here. Go to the by alphabetical index. Kernel, right? During the installation time, we downloaded. K for kernel, right? So here, so ours is the 64-bit Unicode version that is common. So ours is the 753, right? You can also go to the 753 to 754, 7, 8, up to here we have the kernels are there. But so kernels, if you are going for the release upgrade, release means 753 to, if you are going for the 754, or if you are going for the 777, so it is a the kernel upgrade always there is a depends on the your SAP version, right? So if you unfortunately, if you update your kernel to the 777, so SAP will not be up. Why? Because let me show you here. So suppose like you want to update to the 777, right? So every kernel upgrade, there is a release note, right? So here we need to download the SAP exe, SAP exe DB, we have to download it here, right? If you go to the content info, here you will get the one note here. Before you downloading, always read the release note. Right? So that is the one of the best practice we have to so do it to know what are the issues are fixed in the new kernels. So whether this kernel support our SAP version or not. So that is the one of the best practice we have to do it here, everybody, right? So that we won't make any mistake and we will come to know what are the issues are fixed and everything. So make sure always read the release note. So here you see this kernel is the 777 500 patch 11. This is applicable only So this is applicable only system 754. So 7777, right? So your SAP versions, it will give you the your SVerse table here. So our SAP versions are 750, but here it's saying that 753, 754, 777. These all are the applicable for the S4 HANA systems. So not for the our ECC NetWeaver 7.50 systems. Why? Because here 7.50 is not maintained here. So this is not the correct one here. This is not the correct one. So what is the correct one here? Right? So just go back to the here, either 753 or 754, we can update it here. So let's go to the 754 here, right? In the 754, let's check the, what is the kernel version here. 754, we have the 300, 201, all are there. So let's just go to the here, just check the content info here. We see the details. So this is applicable. This is the 754 300 patch level. This is applicable for the SAP versions like 740, 50, 751, 2 and 69. Sir, how can I say ours is the one? How to check means if we go to the release system information, right? Ours is the 750 and 00, 750 version. Our release is the 750 SAP release, right? So then in this case, this is applicable. Okay. So what we can do, let's download the latest version only. This version I am downloading here. SAP EXE. One is the SAP EXE DB. Our database is the SQL server. So,
But sir, there is 740 only in a patch level. You are downloading.
so I'm just 754 patch level 300. I am downloading. Okay, but what is your question?
How can we directly identify like we need to download this package only?
By checking this one only. The best practice by checking this one only. Otherwise, kernel release note or release information, we have to check it out. So this patch, this kernel, it supports the SAP systems which are from 740, 750 up to this SAP versions you have, we can apply these kernels. Your SAP version is not showing here, means this kernel will not support your SAP versions. What will happen means if you apply it, SAP will not come up. SAP will not come up these issues. You may face the issues. That type of issues, we may get it out.
Sir, there are other files also, right? Like when can we download those
Yeah,
files?
yeah, yeah. Those are the hot fixes. Not normally we will call it as the hot fixes. Hot fixes means after applying the kernel, so these are enough. But if your company is following to apply the hot fixes also along with this kernel, you need to also update this one. Why? Because in the kernel, this file will come, library DBSL file will come, but that is the 300 version. But in the 300 version, there is a bug with this file, this library. So that's why SAP delivered the new library file that is called the DBSL library file. They have delivered it here. So that's why if you are having this issue, we can apply the hot fixes. Otherwise, at the same time, whatever the patch you are applying, after that, any patches are released, hot fixes. Then we can also download this hot fixes. We can apply it. That is also we can perform. So either SAP EXE, SAP EXE-DB is the common standard. So, or if you want to apply the hot fixes also, after applying this one, then we can also download the hot fixes like DW packages. So SAP FTP, these all are the it will come, all these kernels will come SAP exe. After that, there are some bugs. So SAP, instead of releasing the new version, so SAP released the hot fixes to here. So who are having this type of issues, they can directly apply the hot fixes. So once it is done, it's downloading. So we have to inform to the users saying that why, because the kernel upgrade activity is a downtime activity. So what we have to do, we have to update to the users, or one day, or this is optional whether you can inform, or so we can do it later. So whether if you send the email, that is also fine. So what we have to do, we have to inform to the user by going to the SM02 transaction code. SM02 is the system messages here. Here we can create the one system message saying that, so hi all, system NW1 is going to down in next 10 minutes. Just I'm updating this one. Just 10 minutes for kernel upgrade activity. So please save your work and something like that. So we can create a one system message. So that when we can update to the system message, and we can send it to the all the users, so that whoever log into the system, they will get the this system message here. Who are going to log in, they will also get the this message. Until we complete the work, we delete it, it will, so it will be informed to the every user here, so that users can get the message saying that this one, so that they can save their work here. They can save their work and they will not log it. Why? Because if the one of the developer is in middle of the writing the program, if you shut down the system, what will happen? System will go down. Is it say its work is cancelled, right? That will happen.
Sir, before system down, sir, can we do any features? Three steps. That's
Taking the backup of the current kernel. For kernel upgrade, these things are enough. Why? Because we can easily, kernel is sorry, kernel is easily downgradable, upgradable. We can do that one. Any issues, the old kernel also we can replace it, right?
Sir, can we directly upgrade kernel to the latest version? Like if we have 753, right? So can we directly upgrade to the 777 if suppose, or
Yeah,
we need to?
yeah. If it is supporting, your SAP version will support. Yeah, we can update it. No need to maintain the order. Directly can go for the 793. Also, you can update it. Make sure your SAP system should support SAP. But
Okay, we
order,
need to
yeah,
means check the release version. If there is suppose 777 in that version, then we can download, right?
right. Yeah, if it is there, then directly you can update it. So no need to follow the order. For SAP upgrades, we will follow the order, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Here, no need to follow the sequence. So directly you can go for the latest.
And so in interviews, most of the persons asking like why we are doing the kernel upgrade. So we need to means tell like to fix the bugs and
Yeah,
to
yeah, to fix the bugs and also to get the latest enhancement. Kernel is the interface between the operating system and your SAP. So to fix the core DOM, work process crash related issues here, memory issues, and somehow get the new functionalities and everything. Always SAP recommend to update the kernel to the latest. It's as per SAP recommendation always. Why? Because sometimes the maintenance strategy also will go to end status. So we have to update.
Okay.
Sir, the components, how do we check for that particular component installed in the system? We have to download the
Components, it's not the kernel is not the component based here. Kernel is like a so common kernel. Any component, any SAP system, CRM, SRM, any SAP system, the common kernel upgrade, either above system or Java system, we have to do the common kernel upgrade. We have to perform it, right? So components is not a matter, but component version is a matter here.
Okay.
SAP exe underscore. First, we need to extract the SAP exe. Then SAP exedb, we have to extract it. So there is an order for extracting also. Please ensure there is an order for extracting the kernel also. SAP exe, then SAP exedb. We have to do the extraction.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, if the SAP recommend for the hotfix, and if the hotfix is not working properly, then if the
Can
hotfix
downgrade.
is
We can downgrade it. Downgrade means again we can go to the previous status of the patch.
okay,
Why? Because kernel easily we can downgradable, easily we can upgradable, so that we can do it.
okay.
Sir, on what cases do we downgrade kernel, sir?
So if you do the wrongly, suppose like 777 you updated, okay? So 777 you upgraded, system is not starting. Then what you have to do? Then we have to revert back. We have to go downgrade the kernel, or you upgraded the supported kernel. So there are the lot of dumps you are coming in the system. So you are unable to fix all those dumps and everything. Then your customer asks you to downgrade to the previous version. Then you have to downgrade it.
Okay.
Sir, in Linux OS also SAP kernel is
Same.
common.
Yeah, same procedure. Everywhere we have to follow the same procedure only. Either Linux or only Linux, the additional command SAP root.sh script we have to execute it. So once done, stop the SAP system. Okay, I'm stopping the SAP system for quick downtime. Once SAP is stopped, so we can replace the kernels here. If you don't inform, people will say like system is down. They will raise the tickets, P1 tickets. System is down, like that here. So that's the reason we have to stop it. See here, application server is shut down here. Here I am getting already pings. System is down, I'm getting the pings already. Okay, it's down. Then stop the Windows. We have just stopped the SAP start SRV services also. Sometimes it will say like system the services is already using. Sometimes we may get it out. Just stop the services. Where is the new kernel? This is the new kernel which you extracted, right? Then we don't need these two files. We already extracted. Why we need to again unnecessarily copy? So go to the CD, USR, SAP, then SID, then sys exe, right? Sys exe backup already there. So NTADM. From here, you need to replace. Okay, copy and replace in this folder. So that new kernel will replace on the existing kernel files here. So replacing. Yes, let's replace.
Sir, after the activity in the OS level, it is showing as a new version only, but in the application, it is showing old version. Then, what could be the issue, sir?
Yeah, we may not able to start it first of all. If there are any issues, then work directory we can check it out whether SAP is started giving the error.
Sir, system also started, but the versions are different. In OS level, it is showing correct only, but in the system, it is different. So,
Yeah, SAP level SM21, the dumps there we can check it out. SM21 or ST22 dumps. So there we can find out the kernel related issues or not. We can check it out. Even first of all, if any kernel issues, version mismatch, SAP it won't start first of all. It will say like, so kernel is the mismatch version of the kernel. Something like that. If you go check the work directory logs, it will say that it will give you the information. Dev underscore work process trace. If you see it, it will give you the information. Till the service is not started, I guess. Started. Okay, so done. Kernel upgrade is done. Simple command. Copy, replace. It is starting. So if any issues, so in the kernel log file, so here SAP CPE program executable copy. It will distribute the files. So sir, you are copying only global directory. Then how it is going to the local directories means here. That is the one of the common frequently asked question in the interview time here. Frequently asked time here. So SAP CPE utility program will copy the binaries or kernels from global exe to the local exe directories. Okay, directories here. Okay, so SAP CPE utility program. Now you see really. So here, so live you can see now system is starting here. The system it will show that if you go to the dev underscore dispatcher trace, it will give you the information, right? First of all, when starting the process only, what is the release, what is the patch? So all the information, what is the release, what is the kernel patch level, it will check it out. So kernels are the heart for the SAP systems here. If the kernel is down, so SAP also will be down here. If the kernel is not there, SAP will not be started status here, right? So that will happen in the systems here. So developer trace, work process trace will give us the more information. Work process means work directory. So we go to CD, so USR, SAP, SID, then the instance number and work directory here. So here the work process details. So will give us the information, all the information, what it is going to start, why it is not starting up here. So all the information will give us the information here. If you go to the here, each and every work process will always refer the dialog work process or anything. It always check the kernel files and everything here, right? Then only it will start. All the work process will be started here. Once the work process are started here, okay, so just to go to the again basis user, then You can see here previously, now it is compiling. Sometimes what happens, so the programs and everything will compile, it will adjust the new kernels. So sometimes we may have to run the sgen also. Sgen for the speed purpose, we may have to run the sgen also sometimes. See here, all the programs are everything are compiling. So go to SM51. Here all the programs, everything is getting compiled. So YSAR means new kernel is updated. So it should adjust. Also, we have to run the sgen for to avoid this type of things. Right. So you can see 754, 300 patch level. So kernel release got changed. Previously 753, now it's 754 and 300 patch level. Kernel release got upgraded. So 754, 300 got upgraded. Right. So this is the way we have to perform the kernel upgrade. So after the system is up, we need to check whether whether everything is working fine, any dumps are generating. So today, yesterday, any dumps. So like that, we need to cross check all those things here, right? In SM21, all are working fine or not. Any critical error logs in the system. So we need to check it out here. Sir, why we are getting this compilation means sgen. Sgen, because of sgen we have to run it, right? Sgen we have to execute it. That's the reason. So we have to run the sgen. So you guys please schedule the sgen. That will work. So this is the way we have to do the kernel upgrade activities. Okay.
Sir, do we need to perform sgen after every kernel or
Yeah, we have
only
to
one?
normally some cases it's not required, but sometimes if you are facing this type of slowness and compiling rate, yeah, definitely we have to perform.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it guys for today. So we'll connect tomorrow.
Sir, if it is possible, can you show us in the